Good evening, race fans. Welcome to tonight's broadcast. We'll be showing off Go Fast Inside's Racing League's next gen battle at the Tragic Mile 100 for New Hampshire tonight. These guys are looking to put on an awesome show. Last week we had John Fowler take the victory. Drivers are just wrapping up Q right now, and we'll be going on board with our TQ right now, which is Andrew Keisler, sorry, and just taking a look at that lap time. So let's peep that, and I'll be your host tonight, Robert Warrens, alongside my co-host, William Ridgway. William, let's shout out to the people. What do you got to say tonight, Will?
How's it going tonight, Rob? Everything all right?
Yeah, I'm feeling chirpy. We got a
Good,
storm. We
good.
we got a storm rolling in, so I'm a little hesitant about how things are going to shake down. But hopefully it
That's all right.
stables out.
Well, we got it looks like we got 90 laps of racing here. I think that's gonna be tough for these guys. This car and track combo is not fun, or not easy rather. The right rear, they're gonna have to take care of that thing tonight. And they get 3 sets of tires. So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, that indeed it will. Will it will. Finding that
Looks like
back.
Austin Hakes has got the pole with Andrew Kessler, P2, John Fowler, P3, Dennis Warnez, P4, and Brandon Beckstead rounds out your top 5 in Q. They've got just a few more minutes of Q left, it looks like. They've just advanced the session, so that'll be good. But if you want to, are we taking a ride with the pole sitter?
Yeah, I was, but it just it kicked me over here. Just advanced everything.
Oh, because, yeah, it just advanced.
So
Yeah,
would you?
Austin Hakes, he had a 63, and P2 is a 95. So Austin Hakes really um, laid down a great lap. So we'll see how that translates into race time and see how it goes.
Yeah, it looks like we're having weather issues. I'm getting back the camera angles now. Hakes is sitting on the pole there.
Like Canada weather's rolling in, it sounds like.
Big snowstorm. Well, we got our igloos out here, and we're blowing smokestacks at the igloo to keep everything warm. But might be having a not good time.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, we'll keep it going as far as we can. Looks like everybody has gridded. Yeah, there's going to be 26 of them tonight. Um, that's going to be it's going to be a fun show. I feel like that's a lot of cars for this track and for 90 laps, and we'll see how it goes. It sounds like from what I was gathering, it looks like the fuel window is going to be right around 50 laps, so they should only have to pit once, assuming no cautions. So they have 3 tire sets, but enough fuel to go 50 laps. So we'll see how that shakes out tonight.
Yeah, this is actually one of my favorite tracks to drive on as well, and I've had some good success here off and on. But it looks like I'm getting hit pretty hard by storm issues here. We're dropping connection. We might have to relaunch the broadcast. Give it one. See if it stables out.
While he's doing that, we have got a green flag. Looks like Austin Hakes is taking the lead over Andrew Kessler. I know you guys may or may not be able to see it. It looks like Kessler has settled into P2. Austin Hakes has taken a half-second lead, and the yellow is out on the first lap. Clifton Chanel is involved.
And these guys, they Will, they don't really have fast repairs or anything, so it's not the kind of thing that you want to see happen this early.
For sure. I'm trying to see what exactly happened here. It looks like, Dominique Frappier and Tyler Autry kind of get into it coming off of 2 there. Dominic got a little bit squirrely, and Tyler just got into him and sent Dominic into the wall, collecting a few cars, including Clifton Chanel. Who else do we have here? The 111 got hit hard. Yeah, Eugene Richard, he got hit hard as well. So unfortunate for them. They're going to have to go, this entire race, hopefully get their damage fixed. So we'll see how that works out.
Just going to take a second and roll the sponsor vid here to see if we can clean up some of these technical issues. Well. All right, race fans, we're back. We seem to have stabled out the connection from the storm here. Austin Hicks is just fired up, darting down into turn 1, lap 5 of this 90-lap battle.
Yeah, he got a great start. I think he pulled about a half a second over Kessler and Fowler there before turn 1. So I don't know what happened if Kessler just spun his tires or just didn't get a start there.
Just pop back a little bit further where the action is on John Fowler, last week's winner in P3 right now. Looking low.
Yeah, he wasn't up there in the practice standings. I don't remember seeing his name in the practice standings too high. So him being top 5 is really, I wouldn't say surprising, just I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, 100%. Well, like, he was a strong runner last week, and it's nice to see him doing well right now early on, but it is early on. And a lot can happen as these guys kind of settle out.
For sure. Oh, Fowler just got super loose off of 2. Dennis Warnez has went to his outside. Looks like he is going to get the position.
That's a good pass. Good making of that opportunity. I believe this is the
Austin
90.
Hakes just continues to pull away.
Yeah, he's about a tenth faster than the entire field. We're looking at the 99 machine of Tyler Autry. He's our current points leader in GFI for this season. You know, I think for me as a points leader, my strategy would be just to hang on, make smart decisions, and race the race, and not the other drivers right now.
Yeah, he's in a good spot, top 10. I'm not sure what exactly his points lead is. I'd have to go back and look, but I do know he is leading points by 5 or 6 points, I believe. So he just needs to be smart tonight, and with only a couple races left, he just needs to hang in there.
Yeah, 100%. I think where are we off to next week? Well, let's pull up the schedule here. Take a look at that. Oh, we're going for a battle at Talladega.
Yeah, the yellow is out.
Yeah,
Let's see what happened in that caution.
Yeah, sorry for the people watching the stream right now. We're just terrible storm. Yeah, it's rolled in and I've got red bars.
Well, just for context sake, it looks like Rudy Hag just got loose off of 4, as we've seen all through practice. Just to get slick after a few laps, and he just overcorrected. And it looks like Clifton Chanel got into that as well. He's been in both wrecks. Who else was involved? Yeah, Dominique Frappera was in there again. Looks like Thomas Ridgway missed it, and so did Daniel.
So what are you thinking here as far as strategy? Well, like are we going to see some pit stops from these guys? Like, is it worth giving up track position?
Nah. No, I don't think so. I think I don't see any reason to. We've had 2 cautions so far. We're on lap 12, so we've had 5 or 6 laps on the tires. So I wouldn't even bother with that until I had to get fuel. And then, even then, I may take 2 tires. These cars perform well on 2, for sure.
Yeah, and we're still under caution.
Yep, under caution. It looks like I think we're coming to 1 to go. But our lineup right now is Austin Hakes has started on the pole at every lap so far. Andrew Kessler, P2, Dennis Warnez, P3, John Fowler, and Casey Cotterman round out your top 5. Anthony Alex and Brandon Beckstead is 6th and 7th. Tyler Autry, Devin Baker, and Robert McKay round out your top 10 coming up on this restart. It is 1 to go, and they're coming on the backstretch now.
It's a basic paint scheme by Austin Hakes there. I wonder who his painter is.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to hire somebody. It looks like.
Yeah, is there anybody?
He needs to hire him a painter.
Is there anybody out there help this man out? That's pretty basic.
Hey, when you're that fast, you don't have to be fancy, I guess.
I guess so. Well, let's see how it shakes down. There's a lot of time left, 77 laps on the marker, so hopefully, there's a great battle and he can dance up front. His first time out. Great start again by Austin. The others in tow.
Yeah, it looks like Warnez is trying to fend off their Fowler. Looks like he will clear him. The top 5 are single file going down the backstretch.
Oh, some contact there.
It looked like, yeah, that's what I was just looking at. Back there around 8th, 9th, 10th in that area, they are battling pretty hard. Tyler Autry he's back up to 9th. Oh, they're 3 wide for 11th right now. We have Brandon Beckstead. Let's see. Oh, that was close. Yeah, Brandon Beckstead and Grant McDowell. Oh, man. I just ruined that.
It's McDonald.
Nope. Oh, maybe it is McDonald. Yep. Apparently, I can't read. So looks like something's going on with
the 3 car.
Yeah, I think
was
that's
that Fowler?
Our points leader.
He shot off.
No, that's not our points leader.
He was our last week's winner, but he shot off the exit of 4, and he's recuperated now. I don't know if he tagged the inside wall, and just apologies to those that are watching.
It hard.
Yeah, just apologies to those that are watching because this storm is just wreaking havoc. We're getting somewhat of a consistent coverage. Peep in on the battle with Higher Tower here, running the high sides because there's a battle of cars in behind him there.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Fowler. He was running P3 at the time, and the inside wall, his left front is really struggling. It looks like our top 6, 7, 8. Let's see, 8, 9. From 1st to 9th is really spread out, and then 10th, 11th, they're kind of spreading out as well. Looks like a yellow is out. Rudy Hag, it looks like again.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Rudy Hag off of 4. He is having a hard time tonight off of 4. That's the second time he has spun it, and I get it. That is tough. That right rear, once it gets hot, it's a struggle. I have been there.
Yeah, this is definitely a tough track to manage, especially with this car combo. It's not very friendly as a driver, and you've really got to take care of your equipment. You can see he's got significant damage on his nose.
Yeah, he nosed it pretty hard. So we'll see. Let's see. Austin Hakes continues to lead. Andrew Kessler. The top 3 haven't changed pretty much the entire race. John Fowler was in there a little bit at the beginning. But, we're coming up on lap 20 of 90. And I'm wondering how much longer you go with fuel. You can run roughly 50 laps. Do you come in at lap 40 and just call it a day? Or, that's going to be the dilemma that these drivers have.
Yeah, 100%. Well, I'm going to kind of agree with you there. It's just based on the way it's going right now, it seems that there's not been a long enough green flag run to substantiate that tire wear is a factor. So,
Yeah, I don't think it is. I really don't. I think they'll continue to just stay out until, halfway through the race, if not longer than that. Who got the lucky dog there? It looks like Dominique Frappier got the lucky dog. He's coming in the pit. Or nope, I thought he was. He's got some severe damage on his front. bumper there.
Let's pop over, take a look at his nose. Oh yeah, she's caked. Right side, you know, we just looked at the other car on the left side, and this, you know, they're definitely not matching, but that is significant nose damage.
Looks like we're coming to 1 to go. They're starting to double up. So we'll see what happens. Let's see, we had 26 cars start this race, and it looks like 3 are out. So there's 23 left on the track with no fast repairs, and the way it is off the corner, I feel like some are just, you know, babying it, so they aren't spinning off the corner. Just trying to get my thoughts out there.
Yeah, Aches with another shotgun of a restart. Warren Hez follows through on the bottom side, tries to make a run under Kiesler.
It looks like he's going to make it stick, at least for the time being, down the backstretch. See what he does into 3 here. It's easy to lock these tires up going in these corners with this car, so they really got to be careful.
Yeah, 100%. Warren Hez is not going to be able to put the magic on, but he's still attempting the bottom side there.
The yellow is back out. Dominique Frappier is in it again. Not his fault. He didn't have anywhere to go.
Let's see if we're able to grab that replay, Will.
Brian Troy is the one. He just, again, that we've seen it multiple times by different drivers, just off of 4. He just loses it.
So here for our viewers, first SpeedZone replay on board with a 4 car, Brian Troy.
Looks like Brian Troy has towed, so his day is going to be. Dominique Frappier had to tow as well, so it looks like their day is all but done.
Yeah, that was some heavy contact. Check back up on our leaders.
Still no takers on pit road. Yep, still nothing on pit road.
I mean, how many laps have we had, Will? Like, we've had, like, really 8 laps out of the 24. This has been riddled.
Yeah, it's just that right rear gets hot, and I mean, I've done it, and it's just a pain to get off the corner. If you have a little bit more wheel in it than you need to, and hit the throttle 2% more, like it's going around every time. That's what these drivers are going to have to deal with tonight. But if I'm in the back, I may be getting fresh tires here. Maybe taking my first set. There's 3 sets. So,
that's true.
You know, you've got plenty. If you're 10th on back, why not take a shot?
I mean, what's your other play, right? Like, wait people out. You don't want to be on the opposite side, and then the one way, to your point, to get a little bit of strategy is to come in and swap them. So I wonder if, we roll another 5-10 laps if we're going to see some takers soon.
Yeah, it looks like Thomas Ridgway and Rudy Hag came into the pit. Thomas and Rudy both just got fuel, it looks like. I'm looking to see. Yeah, it looks like Nicholas Warboy did get some tires. He got 4 tires there, so we'll see how that worked out for him.
Somebody must have been listening to the broadcast, Will. I wonder if he's got a sniper in his pit box.
He might be stream sniping. I don't know that he'd want to listen to us, though.
Yeah, it's pretty stale over here.
But I hope you're staying warm over there, Rob. You got your snowstorm rolling through. Has it calmed down over there any?
Yeah, it seemed to be a little bit more better.
More better? All right.
We were able to, see that last replay, which is a good sign of the times. And we got the lights out on the pace car, and they're coming at a turn 4, I believe. Your leader, Austin Hakes, again. He's just been dominating these restarts.
He has. He's put it in another gear on these restarts for sure.
And he's gone again. Gone again.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Dennis Warnes did not get a good start.
No.
Yeah, Dennis Warnes on the inside of Devins Baker. Looks like he is going to clear Devins. Yep, he does. Oh, Andrew Kessler is right on Austin's bumper, going into 3.
Devins Baker was high side there. He rubbed the wall on 3.
It looked like he bounced off the wall there, yeah, but it looked like it worked out for him. Yellow flag is out. Looks like Robert McKay, possibly. Yep, Robert McKay. Again, same song, different person.
Let's see if we can get a SpeedZone instant replay on that one. Yeah, and you know, well, I don't know. Is there a song for New Hampshire? Like, is it the Sad Time Blues? Like, what are we talking here?
I don't know. That turn 4 must have some oil in it or something, man.
Somebody get the cleaning crew out.
That is the 4th, I think, driver to do it tonight. So yeah, if I'm Robert McKay, I am going in the pits and I'm going to get my first set of tires. Yeah, and we're going to send it.
I think the fortunate part about McKay here is, you know, there was no other cars collected, whereas like that last one we just watched, you know, just like a pinball machine out there.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, he was very fortunate. Very, very fortunate that nothing happened outside of him just, you know, losing it. He didn't hit the wall. He didn't get hit. So, yeah,
McKay just rolls through. Must have been checking for damage. No tires, no fuel. Back out on the track.
You know, we're coming up on 60 to go. You know, the fuel limit is, or the fuel window rather. Couldn't get my thoughts together there. The fuel window is 50 laps. There's 60 to go. With these cautions coming out, you could pit here and possibly make it. Especially as much off throttle time as you have here with the cautions and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm going to tend to agree with you though, there, Will. And I think that it's a very possible strategy that, you know, somebody right now could be on the good side of a coin toss with coming into the pits, bolting on 4, and then waiting for people to cycle through, because I don't know if tire wear is going to be enough factor to be the difference of, you know, winning or not. I think it's going to be track position tonight.
For sure. For sure. It's going to be track position and just not locking up the brakes. Or locking up the front tires, rather. Going into the corners here. Just pure ease of doing that is a struggle. You know, we haven't really seen that too much yet, but we haven't really had a ton of green flag runs to gauge that really quite yet. So we'll see how it goes as it progresses. Hopefully we can get, you know, some green run here and see what we got.
And Austin Hakes is a first-time runner in GFI. Well, we didn't see Devins Baker last week, I believe, and he's mounting a good run in 4th position on the outside of Warnes, and Keisler also had a great run last week. I think he was a top 3 car, if I remember correctly. So,
yeah, I'm checking the result from last week as we go green here.
Hakes, same magic again. I wonder if he's going to be offering a clinic to the other drivers on restarts as he just takes the field to Gapplebees.
Yeah, and those restarts are his strength tonight for sure. Devins Baker did not run last week, so you are correct there. He's having a great run. He's P3 right now.
Watching the battle between Warnes and Keisler. I wish we got to get this guy in the booth. What are we seeing here? Phil?
Daniel Kavanaugh. He is, looks like he just lost it in turn 3. Collected, he backed into someone, let's see here, Eugene Richard. So
take a look at our
looks
SpeedZone
like he was
instant
running that low
replay.
line.
All right,
Yeah.
here's the magic, Will.
Yeah, he was running low. He just got a little low and ran that first lane, and that first lane slick just due to the banking. And you know, that's what happens sometimes.
That be do.
Doesn't look too bad though. He's got some rear end damage, but nothing too crazy. Looks like Dennis Warnez. Yeah, a bunch of takers. There's 4, it looks like. Dennis Warnez has moved into second over Hedler on that last restart.
Yeah, they were battling as the caution came out, so I think that was just maybe one of those yellow flag came out and he had a nose. And that was murder she wrote,
Yeah. Looks like Phil Lunn has gotten the lucky dog.
Maybe just quickly roll through our top 10. We got Austin Hakes, who's had a dominating performance so far tonight at the Tragic Mile 100. Dennis Warnez, P2. Andrew Keisler, P3. Devins Baker, P4. Tyler Ottery, P5. P6, Quint Hightower. P7, Casey Cotterman. P8, Grant McDonald. P9, Brandon Beckstead. And P10, Dalton Cleveland. Lots of racing left here for the GFI. Hoping we see some green flag run here. And, put these guys on their heels as far as having to do a green flag stop for... even everyone would have to pit right now if it went green.
Yeah, I think so. It would be very interesting to see, especially the way turn 4 has been acting. So Austin Hakes gets a good run there. Not as good as, didn't seem like as good as the others, but still good nonetheless. Looks like Devins Baker is coming for 3rd.
Oh, there's
Andrew
a wreck.
Kessler is falling back.
111 machine. Eugene Richards. He had some carnage, slipped off to the inside wall. I believe we're still under green.
We are not.
We are under
yellow. We are under yellow. But it looks like, the Nicholas Warboy just got loose off of 2, kind of like we've seen off of 4, and just, got into Eugene there off the corner and pushed him into the inside wall. So unfortunate for Eugene. He was just in the wrong spot at the wrong time, and Nick just got a little loose off the corner, as we've seen all night. So
let's peep the replay here. So we're on board with Eugene Richard in the 111. Outside car, I believe you said that was Warboy. Makes contact, gets a little loose, and Eugene does take some heavy damage on his nose there.
Looks like we've got 2 of the top 6 have come into the pits. Andrew Kessler and Quint Hightower are making their way into the pit. Looks like they are getting their tires. Yep, they are getting their tires. So I think this will be the last stop for them.
I mean, I'm going to agree
with you
there.
Unless we have a super long run.
Yeah, it has to go solid green from here out for them to be worried about fuel, right? So
I think they could. I think they could save 2 laps. I don't think that would be too tough. So I think they'll be okay.
Looks like a lot of my storm has cleared out, so we're pretty stable and warm over here now. Thank you for the viewers tonight being patient and sticking us out. Do anything crazy and lose the broadcast.
So, do you think anybody has anything for Austin, the leader? We haven't seen anybody really get close, even though we haven't had a chance really to have anybody get up there. But what are you thinking?
For me, I think we got a silent assassin a little bit further back. I think that 99 machine, our points leader, might have some secret sauce in his burrito for Austin Hakes, and Austin loves burritos, so if he gets a sniff of that, maybe he'll get a little nervous or whatnot. We'll have to see. But Tyler Auterre is kind of who I'm going to be watching the next little bit here.
Yeah, he's come up through the field. He's up 8 spots. You got Devins Baker, who's in P3 right now, super fast. He's up 13 spots. So, they're moving tough. You got Devins Baker in the inside of Dennis Ornez. Looks like nope, he did not clear him. They're still side by side coming off of 2.
I think Ornez missed the memo on the restart. Like, hey, we got to go. But that outside line is actually pretty dominant here. And it's hard to mount the charge. But it also looks like Baker has elected to just tone it down and strategize a longer run here. He's actually dropping off pace.
But yeah, there's a caution out. Trying to see. Looks like Eugene Richard again. See what he's got going on. He just got loose in 3 again. Kind of the same thing as earlier. Got on that bottom line and just lost it.
That is not the groove. It's not the groove. Let's take a look at our SpeedZone TV replay here. On board with Eugene Richard. Might have a little too much rear brake dialed into that thing.
Just need to stay off the bottom there as well. It's slippery down there.
Slippery when wet. I believe that's the sign down there. They should probably get some pylons out there or something. A little sign. I don't know. Eugene's going to come down the pits and maybe he's going to bolt on some tires.
Yeah, it looks like Kessler's coming in to top off on some fuel, and so is Thomas Ridgway.
I mean, they're at the back already.
For sure.
Kiesler. I'm going to have to start sticking that one in my brain. We need a couple of these guys up in the booth for a post-race interview to square out the names. So if anyone can type out their last names and help us out here if we're butchering it, happy to take the feedback.
It looks like it looks like Devins Baker is our biggest mover right now. He's up 12 spots, but your guy that you were just saying before this last caution, Tyler Auterre, the points leader right now, he's up 9 spots, and it seems like he's getting a position every restart. So can he continue that this restart is the question.
Just looking on board Hakes here, he's sitting in 3rd gear. Horns in 4th. Auterre 5th. So I mean that's kind of like a little bit of a fuel save mode. Devins Baker in 2nd. So we're gonna.
Nobody in the top 7 have pitted so far this race.
I think for this restart, Will, we're gonna stay on board with Hakes here and see what the secret sauce is to launch. So the viewers at home can just understand what the Magic Man's doing here. That's just getting him a 2-3 car length lead.
And just the other ones, he's out to a couple of car length lead, entering one.
Yeah,
it's like Warnez will hold off Autry.
It's just super smooth just watching Austin there. He just fires off super smooth. You know, I don't even think he's 100% throttle.
Yeah, that's possible. More grip if you're not full throttle immediately for sure. So, you know, we'll see if we can get a green flag run here to see if, you know, if they're going to have to make green flag stops. We know a few towards the back, Andrew Kessler, Thomas Ridgway, those guys are not going to have to make another stop. So, you know, we'll see how that works out. If they go green from here, it's going to be bad for the top, you know, 10 or so.
Just zoomed in on Rudy Hag. He was off pace there on the high side. Seems to gather it up. Looks like he's got some left front damage on his car. Likely from earlier on.
It looks like Robert McKay. He last pitted on lap 29. Oh, we got a spinner.
Devin Baker.
Devins Baker. He was running very well. I hate that for him.
Let's take a look at the replay here. See what happens. SpeedZone TV replay.
Yeah, he just lost it. These corners are slippery.
A little too much throttle, but, you know, he was able to keep it down to the bottom after he came out instead of hooking it back up, so hats off to him for not collecting any. But, you know, are we going to see the leaders come in now? Like, what's the deal?
I would think so.
You're going to pit? You got to do it now. Like, you're right in that sweet spot of a pit window, right? So.
For sure. For sure. And just, you're not coming in again. Let's see. It looks like Austin, Dennis. Yeah, the leaders are coming in with 43 laps to go. So they'll have plenty of fuel.
Yeah, and we have a few people staying out.
Like, if I'm the ones that pitted before, like Andrew Kessler, you know, those type of guys, I'm not coming in, and I'm going to take that track position.
100%.
So that might work out. That might work out great for them.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't really have a lot of wear on their tires, so.
Yeah, Andrew Kessler just came in the other, you know, what, lap 41. So they've been, what, 2 laps green, maybe. So I think this is going to work out for him great, because he was one of the fastest cars on the track, you know, before he came in. So we'll see how it works out with Austin. He's going to be pinned back, you know, 8th or 9th now. When they cross the line, we'll kind of run through the lineup and get us kind of squared away.
Looks like the storm hit me again here. I had a little spike.
Yeah, it looks like Robert McKay. So we've 1 to go. Robert McKay, he last pitted on lap 29. He has taken the lead. Brad Keaton, P2. Quint Hightower, P3. Robert Chappell and Andrew Kessler, 4 and 5. Daniel Kavanaugh and Thomas Ridgway, 6 and 7. Eugene Richard, Trent Brown, Austin Hakes looks like P10. So yeah, Austin Hakes is back there in P10. A lot of traffic, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting mix of drivers, because, you know, you've got a couple of the cars that haven't been up front yet, and now they're going to be up front. So.
Yeah, Austin's going to have to Austin Dennis, all those guys are just going to have to be patient here. Caution already out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just got just bottled up on the start. It looks like Casey Cotterman, the 82 FTR car, he just, I guess, on a gear shift, he spun the tires and just nosed the wall, and they got into it. Let's see who got into it. Anthony Alex. Where is he? Yeah, Dalton Cleveland. It was chaos on the front stretch there.
Unfortunate for those drivers, and apologies to the viewers at home, because you're not able to go back and look at that replay right now. They're waiting for the storm to stabilize again.
Yeah, we're just under caution right now. Robert McKay still leading with, not much has happened up front as far as that goes. Robert McKay, Brad Keaton, Quint Hightower, Andrew Kessler, and Robert Chappell are your top 5 right now. So pit strategy is working out for them so far. Austin and Dennis are, let's take a look here. Yeah, still 10th and 11th. They didn't really have time to do anything. So
I mean,
it's going to be a struggle, I think, getting through these cars on restarts.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, as soon as it went green, that yellow was out, and what's there to do, right? So.
For sure.
Yeah,
all right, they are doubled up, coming out of 2. Looks like it is 35 to go. We'll kind of MRN it for now. MRN radio. Do you guys have that in Canada?
I don't think so. Will. What is that?
No. MRN radio. They do all the NASCAR races, and they're on the radio. They don't have any video.
Well, so I guess we're going old school, right?
That's kind of where we are at this point, due to for sure. So they are coming off the corner. All right, Robert McKay got a great start. Looks like Brad Keaton and Robert McKay are your top 2. Austin Hakes is coming through the field. Andrew Kessler is taking over P2 on the outside of Brad Keaton. Looks like he's coming towards the lead.
Well, I think you're going to want some track position here.
We have a spinner. We have a spinner.
Spinner.
Looks like Eugene Richard. Eugene Richard spun it on the bottom of turns 3 and 4. I think, is he the one that did it earlier? I believe so.
Yeah, I think we've called him a couple times as far as incidents.
So yeah, he's just having a rough night tonight, and I don't blame him. This car and track combo is tough. So
super tough.
Things like that happen.
As we're rolling under caution here.
We got Robert McKay still leading. Andrew Kessler took over 2. Yep.
Just, remind everyone, next week we're heading off to Talladega Speedway. where we're going to probably have some different type of racing, like, last week at Texas and this week at New Hampshire. There's a lot more close racing where people got to get on the binders and slow down and use that brake pedal. But Talladega, they're going to be all wide open.
Yeah, it's a different type of racing for sure. It's, like you said, very wide open, but very stressful because you got to be on high alert, every second. Yeah, then what do we got? Roval after that?
Yep, going to the Roval and then finishing off at
that's
Homestead, Miami.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. The last 4 races are so different. You have to run all 4 races so differently. So that's gonna be interesting to see. We should see, that'll give everybody a mix. If you don't run well at one track, you'll have your time to shine.
Yeah, exactly. With that
looks like
diversity.
You do get a fast repair next week.
Well, that's nice.
For sure.
Robert McKay.
So I just got word that that next week. Sorry to interrupt you there, Rob. I just got word that next week will be the championship race. They are starting their season-long points championship next week, starting with Daytona after next week. So next week will be the championship race. Our points leader is out of the race right now. He left earlier due to some damage. So we'll see how the points shake up.
I thought no, that's Fowler, right? He won last week. Tyler Autry is still in the race now. The 99 machines are points.
Oh, he is still in the race. I got him confused. My apologies. You're right. My apologies.
See, sometimes I pay attention.
Andrew Kess. Oh, big wreck.
Yeah.
Austin Hakes is in it.
They're still wrecking.
Oh man, what a wreck!
I'm just gonna rewind that and see what I can see actually, because we got a little storm carnage here. Yeah, it just looks like just after it happened.
So I can kind of go down what happened. Trying to see who that was exactly. Yeah, Daniel Kavanaugh. He just got loose on the bottom there. He was too wide with Robert Chappell. Just got loose, and the number 7 behind him of Trenton Brown was trying to miss it. Turned right into Tyler Autry, points leader. Austin Hakes, who's dominated this race. Let's see if Dennis Warnez got in it.
Oh, he was in it. He was in it.
Yep, Dennis Warnez. He was in it. He's got some minor damage. He's got some back end damage, but nothing too bad, I don't think.
Maybe that pit strategy for these drivers didn't pay off too well, right? So we're gonna have to see.
Yeah, that's the chance you take. That's the chance you take. Yeah, that was the big one.
That was the big one. You're not supposed to have that type of accident here, but this car track combo
that's the way it goes.
This car track combo is not making friends tonight.
No, it doesn't. You got Robert McKay still leading. He pitted on lap 29. That'll be 61 laps on a fuel tank. And with all these yellows, I think he'll be able to do it.
Let's take a look at his cockpit for a second. Well, let's see if he's clutching, because you're gonna want to save the fuel.
For sure.
It sounds like he's clutching. You can hear it in the car now. Going down to 2,000 RPM, back up to 2,700.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to have to make it 61 laps. It's going to be tough. Let's see, you got Robert McKay, Andrew Kessler, Brad Keaton, Quint Hightower, and Devins Baker as your top 5 coming to the restart here with coming to 28 to go.
It's not a lot of time, and track position is going to be king here. Okay, gets a great restart. Where's Brad Keaton? We haven't talked about him all race, and lo and behold, he's sitting in P3.
Yeah, he was one of those ones in that pitch strategy that seems to be working out for him. Looks like he is going to get passed by Quint Hightower there for 3rd. Well, he's fighting back. It looks like we have a battle for the lead. Andrew Kessler is right on the back bumper of Robert McKay.
Hightower scuffs the wall there on the entry.
He does. Throw a blanket over the top 5.
Oh man, they're digging. It's time to go. 27 to go.
Yeah, you don't know how many green flag laps you're gonna get. As the field thins out, I think there's 16 cars on the track, something of that area, maybe 17. So
yeah,
we've had some attrition. Looks like Kessler's just trying to find a way around Rob here.
Oh, we got a accident inside
he's
wall.
Gonna save it. Yep, he's gonna save it. We got 3 wide for 2nd right now, and 3 and 4.
It's a very tight race in there, Will.
Yeah, it is. Kessler comes out on top there over Keaton and Hightower there. Looks like Devins Baker is back up there in P5.
And he's just...
I know he had an issue.
To me, he's just been kind of waiting for these guys in front of him to settle out. So, he might be just saving a little bit.
Yeah, there's still 25 to go. If this goes green, 25 is a long time. So we'll see how that plays out for him, and if he can, make a run on it, in 10 or 15 laps. McKay is doing a great job of holding off.
And I don't know, like he's throwing the block right there. It's a little early.
It is.
He's getting loose on the bottom.
Gets loose. Oh man, what that is unfortunate. He just dives it in there a little hard and gets loose. And all that track position is now gone.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I tried to tell the cameraman to get the heck over there quick enough, but we weren't able to. Oh, and a spin. Hightower.
Oh, Quint Hightower.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, that's going to help some of the other drivers that need that caution, but unfortunate news for Hightower. We're going to go back and take a popsy doodle over at that replay.
Yeah, it looks like they were just racing for 2nd, and it looks like Keaton didn't really give him any room. And just right reared him.
I mean, that's kind of how... I don't know if they got locked up for net code or something, but if you look at Keaton on the exit there, he's looking like he got a little bit loose, and then you can see that there's a clear gap in between the cars.
Yeah, it was definitely net code, it looks like, and it does look like Keaton did get a little loose, but
yeah, there's
2 lanes off the wall.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. There's tons of real estate up there, and tough break for Hightower, who's had an outstanding run so far. I don't know how his damage looks on his nose. He's got some significant right front damage on that crunchy roll machine.
It looks like Robert McKay is still leading with Brad Keaton second, Devins Baker third, and Casey Cotterman fourth. Brad Keaton's up 11. We've got Devins Baker in P3. He's up 13 spots. And then Grant McDonald is up 12, and Robert Chappell is up 12 in fifth and sixth. So, we haven't talked a lot about, Grant McDonald and Robert Chappell tonight, but they're just kind of chilling and staying out of trouble, and it's working out for them.
I mean, it's really been the strategy for these guys, and I think it's paying off, Will. So, I just not really sure what to make of it. What are we gonna see in the last 20 laps?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, let's go through our top 10 while we're doubling up here. We got Robert McKay is leading with 20 to go. We've got Brandon Keaton second. We've got Casey Cotterman fourth, Devin Baker's third. We've got Grant McDonald fifth, Robert Chappell sixth. Who do we got in seventh? Brandon Beckstead and Tyler Autry has made a great recovery in eighth. And Nicholas Warboy and Thomas Ridgway round out your top 10. Haven't talked much about them tonight either. And they're just kind of, like you said, they're just kind of chilling and trying to get the best finish they can, just staying out of trouble.
McKay tightens up to the pace cars. They're getting ready to go green. Good fire off by McKay. Keaton is going to let Baker get a run on him.
Yeah, that was not a good start. I'm wondering if he missed a gear, because Devins Baker is clear for second.
This is going to be carnage. We're going to look back a couple further cars. We're on board with the 99 machine right now. Our points leader going into next week's final race. Going to pop on board the battle. Looks like we got a tight battle for the lead. See what Baker can do with McKay. 18 laps to go.
Yeah, we haven't really seen what Baker can do tonight. I know he's kind of worked his way up. He's up 14 spots right now. So he's made his way through the field. He has had a little issue, but he's recovered, and he's now got a chance to take the win here with 13 to go.
I mean, they pretty much traded lap times last lap with the 31.54, 31.58.
Yeah, Baker pitted last on lap 47, and Robert McKay, I would assume he's good on gas. He pitted on lap 29, but with all of the cautions, I think he's doing well. I think he'll be fine pit-wise. I think he'll make it. Everybody's pretty much singled out. It looks like Tyler Autry and Andrew Kessler. Kessler is trying to get through the field as fast as he can.
I think Autry's got a little bit of nose damage, which is holding back his charge. Quint Hightower, he's moving back up. He's looking like he's in P10 right now. I mean, you could that last one, they could have took tires, and they could have been cooking after that. So you might see
for sure
Hightower if he can make room for himself, if he's going to be a contender in the top 5 in the next 5 laps or so.
Yeah, the battle for the well, first of all, Kessler is trying to make his way around Nicholas Warboy and Robert Chappell. And Quint Hightower has caught him as well, so that's going to be kind of an interesting race for P6.
Yeah.
But if Kessler can get by him, it's just single file from there. So he's just going to have to find a way around. Looks like Austin Hakes has come back up there as well. He's in P10.
Spinner.
No caution. Oh, Kessler. Kessler gets loose. He's just having bad luck tonight. Caution is out. Yeah, it looks like Casey Cotterman had spun into the pits.
Yeah, I think we saw that.
Yeah, and just came back out, and due to that, it was a yellow on the track.
Let's take a look at the SpeedZone TV replay. On board, Casey Cotterman here. Just low, running that low side again. Well, we've seen it a bunch of times, and I mean, he turns it around on the track, and he actually brings it to a stop, and pops in reverse and gets going. So, you know, maybe he's in a points battle or whatnot, but you know, I'd be talking to race control about that one.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. But you never know. These cars are kind of weird. It doesn't look like he's in a points battle. He looks like he is P14 in points. So at least not, you know, top of the board. It looks like Tyler Autry, Robert Chappell, and John Fowler are your top 3 in points.
How close is Chappell?
He is. Let's take again. Let me go back. I missed it. Let's see. So Tyler Autry has 174 points with 2 wins, and Robert Chappell has 168. So he is 6 points back.
And right now he's got a five position gap. So
and it looks like each position is 1 point, is worth 1 point. So he can close the gap here.
And he had if I remember correctly, Chappell had a decent finish last week. With the same kind of strategy, just staying out of trouble, and he was there at the end.
We'll see how it goes for him. Back up front, Robert McKay's making it work, man. I didn't think he would be able to hold them off, but, you know, we're coming to, it looks like
10 to go.
Yeah, 10 to go now, so they'll be going back green with 9 to go. So we'll hope. I hope they can get it in under green, so we can see if Devins Baker and Brad Keaton has something for McKay.
Yeah, well, I think we're gonna have to watch if Hakes or Hightower get a run because they got fresher tires.
Yeah, Hakes and Warboy both came in on lap 68, so they have the freshest tires. That's 5th and 7th on the track.
But we're gonna need this sucker to go green, right?
Yeah, I think that's what they're hoping.
Because like really, these tires aren't getting hot enough for it really to be a factor.
No, I don't think so. So with all the cautions, I don't think Rob has anything to worry about as far as fuel goes.
Great start by McKay. Hakes is making the most of it. He shot up to P5 on the inside.
Yeah, he's on the inside there of Warboy for 4th.
Just got snagged by
the leaders can. If the leaders can, it looks like Devins Baker and Robert McKay are fighting for the lead. McKay will get back into the lead. They're a single file, 1 into 1 with 8 to go. Oh, Austin is going for P3 over Brad Keaton on the inside and doored him a little bit.
Oh, spinner. Does he save it?
Hot.
He's saving it.
That's Nicholas Warboy.
Eight laps to go. We're seeing a lot of action. 7 at the line. Baker's getting a heck of a run.
Yellow flag.
Oh, no. We don't need a yellow.
Yellow flag. See what happens. It looks like Thomas Ridgway.
Meatball.
See what happened to him.
All right, let's get the instant replay up here if we
He
can.
got hit by Warboy. Yeah, going into the corner, it looks like Nicholas Warboy just
said hello.
Wrong place, wrong time for Thomas Ridgway. Yeah.
Hello, it's me.
And that's all she wrote.
Take a look at that. Or the 56 machine. Yeah, it looks like they just met on entry of the corner. I don't know if Thomas exactly knew where he was when he was cutting down. Maybe he was expecting Warboy to go lower.
Yeah, because Warboy was super slow just due to off of 2. He was, he got really loose. So I think he was trying to get back up to speed and maybe overshot it a little bit.
Looks like our storm has cooled out again. We've been having stability over the last, I'd say, about 15 laps again. So hopefully for the viewers watching, we've got a good strong finish here and we've got some good clean racing.
Dennis Warnez looks like he's getting a lucky dog.
Is he back on the lead lap with that now?
I am checking right now. He is not. He will be 1 lap down. He will be the only car 1 lap down. So if they have another quick caution, he will be back on the lead lap.
Yeah, and there's, what, about 16 cars?
There he is, and 5 to go.
So
it looks like they're going to be taking the green with 4 to go. You've got Robert McKay, Devins Baker, and Brad Keaton, your top 3. Austin Hakes is P4. Grant McDonald is P5. Brandon Beckstead and Robert Chappell are your top 7. Quint Hightower's made it back up to P8. So, I think Austin Hakes is going to have to
hustle,
get a great start here, and maybe even help Devins Baker a little bit on this restart.
Yeah, hopefully you don't jack him up.
For sure. Because it's go time now. There's no waiting.
I mean, respectable start by Baker. He gets the best he can out of it. Hakes is going to the high side.
Baker's coming to the outside. He tried to get to the outside there for the lead, but could not do it.
Austin wrecking in the back. 82 machine. Turn around. Casey Cotterman backwards down the backstretch.
Yep, he just got loose off the corner. That's good for Dennis Warnez. He'll get his lap back. So he should be on the lead lap.
Back in the mix.
Back in the mix. That was an early front runner there.
Definitely not. He's definitely not the Cinderella at the end of the movie. Yeah, it seems like he never gets out of the witch's house, right? You know what I mean?
Well, luck's got to turn around at some point when you're running up front every week. So he just needs to keep doing what he's doing, and it'll turn around. But it looks like Austin Hakes is up to P3. That is not what
McKay wants. Yeah, that's going to be a bad looking rear view mirror with that oddly painted blue machine of Austin Hakes. Maybe it just came right out of the test. The wind tunnel test, and they didn't have time to throw any vinyl on it. I don't know.
Yeah, no time. No time.
No time,
that's
just
all
test.
Right. Maybe it's faster. Hey, you get that vinyl weighs it down, so he's got a weight advantage.
I think we should get these guys all in the tech shed and tear them down.
Look like Dennis Warnez going around. He will get his lap back.
Is green, white, checkered set up in this wheel? I think there's going to be a couple attempts if that happens.
I am checking now. I believe so. I can't see it for some reason, but I do believe there is at least one green white checker, if I remember right. I'll have to double check that for next time to be sure, but yeah,
I,
I'm fairly certain there is.
yeah, I would hate to see this thing under a caution situation. Yeah, and it looks like we're going into GWC right now as the lap ticker just counted up one lap. So hopefully there's more than one attempt. If that's the case, if not, I hope it just stays.
It looks like there is 2 attempts, so we've got another attempt if this one fails.
Oh, this is going to be all the sauce here. It's like Austin's secret sauce burrito.
If Austin can come back and win this, that's going to be super impressive. Just based on he was in that huge wreck. You know, he led the first little bit, and then pit strategy took him back, and now Robert McKay's led, you know, the majority of the second half of the race, and we'll see if.
And just on the strategy that you actually mentioned earlier, right? So.
Yeah, he pitted lap 29. Robert McKay did, so.
Firing off. Good start by McKay. Hakes not too bad. Gets under Baker going into turn 1. And there's just no grip down there.
No. Oh, it looks like
Baker lets him go on the high side. Nudges him out. Good run by McKay. And this is where McKay the bass.
Go ahead. McKay needs them to just have them run side by side. But it's white flag now. It is official. So, you know, I think McKay is going to be just fine. It looks like Hakes clears.
Oh, Baker shoots down.
No. Oh, what a great run he had. Oh, Austin's coming to the outside.
I don't think there's going to be enough time here. No, it's going to be a battle of the line.
McKay gets it.
Oh, Hakes lifts it.
Oh, man. Hakes lost P2 because of that. Brad Keaton takes P2.
Congratulations.
P3.
To Robert McKay on his pitch strategy. Well, we were talking about it earlier on in the broadcast, like when do you come in, when do you want that track position, and lo and behold, Robert McKay takes the cherry home at the tragic mile 100. And definitely tragic tonight, man.
For sure. So let's run through our top 10 finishers. Robert McKay picks up the win with Brad Keaton second, Austin Hakes third, Grant McDonald fourth, Robert Chappell with rounding out your top 5. Andrew Kessler comes in P6. He had a great recovery there. Quint Hightower P7, Brandon Beckstead P8, Phil Lunn, who we didn't talk about, I don't think at all this tonight, comes in great finish P9, and Tyler Autry P10. So it looks like Robert Chappell and Tyler Autry will have a 1 or 2 point difference going into the championship race next week. So that's going to be tight. It's going to be a tight battle.
A very tight battle, and it's going to come down to the final spin of the wheel, keys in the jar, who's taking the lady home,
For sure. It's going to be interesting to see. P3 in the championship, John Fowler, he had some bad luck tonight, so I think he's all but out of it. So it's going to be between those two next week. But let's bring in our P2 finisher, Brad Keaton. He had a great run. Brad Keaton started P13, ended P2. Brad, great run tonight. How was the racing there at the end? It looked like it looked slick the entire race, but was it, as you guys ran more and more on those tires and had more and more heat cycles, did it get any worse? Did it get any better?
I mean, with all the cautions, I mean, it wasn't it was pretty much stayed the same all night. I was just trying to stay alive.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. So let's run through our top 10 finishers. Robert McKay picks up the win with Brad Keaton second, Austin Hakes third, Brent McDonald fourth, Robert Chappell with Tyler Autry P5, Phil Lunn, who we didn't talk about, I don't think at all this tonight, comes in P6. I hear you. Did you? I see you last pitted on lap 33. Did you have any worry about fuel, or did you have plenty?
When I came out, had, I think there was 53 laps left instead of 57 laps of fuel. So figured with the cautions I should make it, but there definitely was a little worry there.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, yeah. So that was a little more than we had anticipated. I was thinking around 50. But yeah, great run tonight. Who would you like to thank?
Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, thanks to everybody to get my system all set up. Thanks for them letting me join the league. This is my first, race with them. So, just happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, well, great run. We look forward to seeing you next week if you're going to be here. I think it's their last race of the season next week before the start of the um, main big season that follows the NASCAR schedule, starting in Daytona. So, yeah, we look forward to seeing you there.
Yep. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks.
All right, buddy. Have a good day.
You too.
That was your P2 finisher, Brad Keaton. We're going to bring in our P3 finisher now, Austin Hakes, and see what he has to say. Austin, you led a lot of the race, and pit strategy put you in the back. You got in some wrecks. How was it coming through the field there in the last half of the race?
It was pretty tough. I'm not gonna lie. Like you said, I led half the race, but I had to pit. I was like, I didn't know when to pit, so I had to pit. We all had to, and it was unfortunate. I just got left reared in that big wreck, and so we had damage on all four corners of the car. It wasn't the greatest predicament to be in, but we somehow the cautions kept coming out. We were picking guys off one by one, and thought I had a shot there at the end. I stepped on it. I was gonna try to cross over Robert, and just got into the wall, whatever. But it was a good run either way.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what happened there on the coming to the checker, but yeah, it looks like you had just gotten a little bit of tire spin there and just didn't let off, which I don't blame you.
Yeah, the car wasn't handling great. We'll say that. It was a little bit tight, tight in the center, loose off. I was like, I screwed up on the restart a little bit, so I was behind. I got by whoever's in second at the time, and then like I said, I thought I had a shot going into 3. I kind of blew it, and then I was like, oh, I could just get a good run off. So I just mashed the gas and just stepped out with the damage and tires I had. It wasn't great, but good job to Robert, and I think Brad got me there at the end. So good job to him.
Yeah. And I know Rob, my broadcast partner Rob was wondering who did your paint scheme for tonight. Did it just come out of the wind tunnel, or what happened with that?
No, it definitely came out of the wind tunnel. My painter, good friend Dennis Warnez, he was supposed to paint the car. There's a little miscommunication, wrong manufacturer, something, I don't know. And so we just whipped up something in about 3 seconds. So no sponsors on the car today, but we'll hopefully get something going next week.
Fair enough. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's run pole? You led a lot of laps.
Yeah, no, I mean, I want to thank the guys for allowing me to join. It's my first time. Obviously, I didn't want to go out there being a menace. So just had to play it safe. It takes a little bit to learn how you got to race guys that you've never raced before. Their racecraft, my racecraft, stuff like that. So
Sure.
hopefully next week will be a little bit cleaner. But it's New Hampshire. You kind of expect it here. There's nothing I didn't expect. But other than that, I just want to say thanks to you guys for broadcasting. Thanks for the league owners, and thanks for my ex-painter, Dennis Warnez.
All right. Well, that was your P2 finisher, Austin Hakes. So now let's bring in our winner, Robert McKay. Robert, our winner. Robert, great job tonight, by the way. You pitted on lap 29, I believe it was, and you held it. You held it once that caution come out and they pitted. You took over the lead there and never looked back. I didn't think you had enough fuel, to be honest with you. How tight were you at the end?
I had a couple laps. I mean, I was definitely about 10 laps short when I stayed out. I definitely pulled a risky one there, but I knew that we were gonna have the same amount of cautions we had the entire race, so it was kind of a no-brainer. Kind of stay out, see what I can do. I was already at the back anyway because of my my spin, so luckily it played out for me.
Nice, yeah. Yeah, again, you had a great run. And did you ever, when you were in the back there, were you in any trouble, or was your nose clean the entire race? I can't remember.
The only wreck I was involved in is I gave it too much throttle coming out of 4, kept it off the wall, kept it from wrecking anybody, not a big deal. A couple of bumps, right? It got risky there at the beginning, but besides that, my
Right.
nose was clean the entire race.
Nice. I think that's the key. At least for tonight, there was a lot of cautions, a lot of wrecks, a lot of guys getting loose off the corner. But great run again. Heading into our championship weekend next weekend. You're carrying some momentum. Is there anybody you'd like to thank?
I'd like to thank my family who's watching. I know that the last couple races that they've watched have not been easy. Have been a little bit rough. I said that it was going to be rough. I didn't think I was going to pull off the win tonight, but and obviously my amazing team, Velocity Motorsports, really supportive, really helped me kind of keep my head straight. Definitely, my heart was thumping there. It's my first win here in the league, so
Nice.
yeah.
Well, congratulations. We'll look forward to seeing you next week, and go celebrate. Enjoy.
Thanks. Hopefully, I'll put in victory lane next week.
Yeah, man. We'll be pulling for you.
All right.
That was your winner, Robert McKay. Rob, any closing thoughts for tonight? Like, how did you think the race went?
Well, I think, Will, we talked about it. The car and track combo isn't, indicative of great racing, and it's hard to, get the power down. And we saw a lot of solo spins. Unfortunate, we saw some cars get collected in that, and there was quite a few cautions. I would say overall we had some good and clean racing, and it was nice to see the finish pan out the way we did. I also just, apologize to those viewing in tonight when our weather system rolled in and gave you a spotty broadcast, but we're hoping to have that stabilized next week. But overall, I think, hats off to Robert McKay pulling off that strategy on the track for 60 laps with new tires behind him.
Yeah.
Pretty much the entire time was very impressive. And, I think there's a lot of talent to be recognized with pulling that off here because I would have been nervous in his position. And there was a good battle at the end, even though we saw Hakes and Baker, cook their stuff. McKay got the job done, and hats off to his teammates that kept him level-headed, like he said, at Velocity, and that's all she wrote for GFI tonight, I guess, right? So I don't know, what were you thinking?
Yeah, I was thinking, the off the corner, it's slick. I knew going in it would be slick, just based on what I was looking at in practice. Same story there. I think overall most drivers did fairly well. Obviously, there's going to be accidents. That's just how it is. And up front, I think it was clean. Most things were self spins that, like you said, people got collected. So overall, a good race. I'd like to have seen a little bit more green, but that's the nature of this car combo with the track. It's just tough, man. It's a tough track car combo, and we'll go from there and head into championship weekend. It's going to be very, very interesting.
Yeah, I couldn't agree. We got a very tight points battle cooking between Autry and Chapel. They're only going to be, we have to wait for the results to be official, but it's going to be less than 5 points for sure. And Talladega isn't the place that anyone's just going to run out to Gapplebee's and serve up a whole bottle.
For sure. It's a wild card race, right? So it's gonna be interesting.
All right, race fans. We had our interviews tonight. That was nice to meet some of the drivers tonight. And shout out to our top 3, McKay, Keaton, and Hakes. Keaton and Hakes making their debut tonight, and McKay sealing the deal on the W at the tragic mile 100. SpeedZone TV wants to thank everyone for sticking out the broadcast and watching the great racing we saw tonight for the Go Fast Inside League. And we'll be broadcasting the season finale next week, Monday night at 8:30 p.m. Be sure to tune in. And then if you do get a chance, throw a like on the post and, tell your friends and family. Get your friends and family out here. Let's get the fans all hyped up because we're going to have a heck of a season closer for GFI before they roll into the new full season. So once again, thank you everyone for watching tonight and sticking it out, and we'll see you guys again.